in the last episode, we were attacked by badgers and actually fought them off. Well, two of them. So that was quite cool. We also had some announcements going on, and I just remembered something hilarious. So yesterday I was at the student job center, which is something the university has, so students can actually find jobs quite easy. One of the things they do that you might be aware of is they do the Santa thing on Christmas, and there are some jobs before Christmas that you can take, and that always works out quite well for me. And they had some Santa Claus jobs for me. In fact, that's one I take every year. That's pretty much at the beginning of December, and I'm doing it this year as well. It's gonna be very, very, very um, profitable and also quite fun. Although I will have to think of a new or to find a new Christmas story, which is always a bit of a pain in the ass. Because all the stories there are, or most of them, are either too sad or too religious or too just not suitable or too dumb, too childish. I don't know to do it too childish. So there are very few stories that actually meet my criteria, and since I'll be in that place the third time now, I'm quite sure that if I keep using the same story, the kids will get bored because there might be some that already had heard this story. So I'll have to think of something there, and I'll have to spend some time doing that. But the fun is, as you know, I'm very experienced as a Santa Claus. I'm doing this my eighth year now, which means there are very few people who actually have more experience in that than I do. And in fact, when I was there yesterday to sign up for this particular job, they just received the beards for this year. You know, a Santa Claus costume always has a beard, never a mask. Never, if you ever do it, don't go play Santa Claus with a mask. Masks are for killing teenagers in horror movies. Uh, just wear a beard and use your normal face. That's one of the best advice I can give you. And they were asking for my approval. That totally humbled me because well, it didn't humble me. It actually made me feel quite good. But I was totally surprised because they actually asked for my approval for this, and they wanted to know what I think about them. And I do approve of them. I think they have quite magnificent beards. So I'm actually looking forward to using those. I had a my own beard for the not my beard, but I had um, a beard I got from another Santa Claus job because the beards that they had were usually inferior to the ones that I could or to the one I had. So I used the better one because it just looked better, and I'm trying to do it at least a bit professional. So yeah, but they asked for my approval, and that was so fun to me. I guess I am now officially a capacity at the in the field of being Santa Claus, which is kind of fun, and probably one of the very few things that I can say about myself that might actually sound like something was achieved. Anyway, aside of that, there was something else I wanted to say. I forgot about it. I totally forgot it, and I still have to record Evil Genius. Oh well. Also, trying to avoid recording too much, at least too much of a single game. I have recorded like a ton of TOME because I had such a blast with the game, and the round is still actually going on. So I recorded a load of episodes. I didn't get much done because there was a very large dungeon, and I was trying to play it very careful, or to play it as careful as possible because I know that dungeon quite well, and it killed me in a few other playthroughs. Playthroughs they actually ended there, so they didn't go through. But you get my point. And yeah, it was fun. I'm still having fun, but I didn't get as much done as I would wanted to have done in those episodes. So I might actually put up several each Tuesday for a while, so they you don't see me stumble around in the same dungeon for a month or more. That's just my way of trying to give you some, at least somewhat exciting content. Aside of that, yeah, my recording schedules last week were mostly thrown off for reasons that are to be found in university. Basically, I had a lot to do for that, and I still have. I'm technically supposed to do something for that right now. Actually, no, I'm not. But yeah, we had this field trip today. I had a day in the laboratory, and I actually want to record after that. But my bike tire broke down. I think I told you this already, and I had to go to the bike shop to get it fixed because I don't have spare tires in my cellar or somewhere. And also, I'm paying the workshop insurance, so I'm not touching my bike. At least not for repairs. I'm paying them to do it, so I suppose they will do it. And they do it better than I could ever. So that's just the thing. I once tried to fix my back tire, and it didn't go well. It basically was too loose. It screwed loose, and it shifted around a bit each time I I used the bike. And at some point, it just the tire was basically diagonal in, and it was blocking. So after that, I try to avoid ever fixing my bike myself. We also have to find some more dungeon rooms because it appears we're out of dungeon spaces here. There's not much more to be found, so let's dig through here and then maybe a bit in this direction. I don't know yet. I really wish a dwarf could mine because then I could make him. Uh, well, I really wish he would mine on his own, unless of course he would hit water. So I wouldn't have to risk my own miners for the exploration here. You know, dwarves and dungeon keeper were like the mining equivalent for the heroes, so they could actually dig into your walls, which was very annoying. Very annoying habit of them. Anyway, I had this, so I actually ended up being home just before I had to get to work, so there was no recording in there. The weekend was stressful as well. I had work and stuff for the university, and also what's the other thing I had to do? Oh yeah, we had my sword fighting group had their Christmas celebration on Saturday, so I couldn't record after work either. Sunday was just crazy. We had a snowstorm, and of course I was at work there, and people were ordering like crazy. It's terrible. Like they looked outside and thought, well, this is the weather to order pizza, not the weather to actually give tips, mind you. That's not what you do in a snowstorm. You don't tip in a snowstorm. You just order, and that was why I was really annoyed on Sunday, and I also got home very late. Plus, my bike at work broke down. The bearing that holds the pedal in place actually broke, and if that ever happens to you, you will notice it because you will notice um, a slight bumping when you use the pedals. So they don't go around that well. They just how to describe it? You feel a bit of resistance, and it jumps a little at a certain point. And when that is the case, you know it's going to be on its way out. And if you don't fix it right away, the thing that will happen, and that happened to me twice already, once on a personal bike way some years ago, and well on Sunday on my work bike, is that the pedal will fall off. It will just fall off, and that was one of the things I really couldn't use this Sunday because we were very late with all deliveries due to the fact that there were so many of them to do. And yeah, it kinda completely messed up the day even more. So it was the worst shift. It was taking longer because people wouldn't stop ordering. My bike broke down. There was a snowstorm, and of course I was at work in shorts because the day started out reasonably warm. Okay, I also have to equip those guys. I'm gonna give you the auto equip. What's the audio? That's the auto equip. It's a big button. So we'll let those guys auto-equip, then give them Boots of Haste. And then, of course, forget about my stupid countdown again. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. There we go. Where was I? Alright, we also have to sort something out here. Where are those badgers coming up the wall over here? I don't want to see that again. And we can still have people go down here. That looks kind of weird, I don't like that. Actually, they can move all the way around here, so I suppose what I could do is I could at least increase the wall over this, on this point. Not a wooden wall, I want to have a stone wall, ancient wall to be exact. All the way over there. And then I need some scaffolding, just to be on the safe side here and not lose any townies. We'll put some scaffolding. Actually, no, they should be able to walk all the way around there. So they actually shouldn't need to be rescued there, and I shouldn't need scaffolding. However, I'm a kind leader, so I'm gonna place some. Am I gonna place some? I'm not. They can walk, lazy buggers. Yeah, I hope I'm recording sound. I think I do. Yeah, I am. Okay. So, what have a few things done today. Who is Olivier the rogue thing? I guess you just hit the aura of Max. We're back to 33 people. I think we had more than that before the last incidents from the dungeon. But I suppose there's nothing I can do about that. So what I need to do now is explore the rest of this dungeon, which means, unfortunately, I have to dig. I'll try 2 tiles here and then see where this leads us. I'm also going to try to dig around here. Just making sure there is no, the river doesn't go that deep, so I should be fine just digging this out. Hopefully this leads us into a room, and hopefully this does not lead us into more monsters. How's the soldier doing, by the way? We have one soldier here, and he is sleeping on level 12. Well, I guess that's his good ride. Okay, there is nothing over here. The wild chicken just died to a trap, it would appear. Well, that happens. We do have a chicken farm though, so I'm not too concerned about wild chicken. And we can move on to doing something else. Although I forgot what I wanted to do now. I did set this wall to be built, and I suppose it has already been placed. Yeah, and nobody seems to be trapped. Okay. By the way, there was also the beekeeper meeting yesterday, and I handed in my membership request. So they will decide on that, or they will probably accept me next January. Not sure if I said it already. They said they're not going to do it like now because then I would have to pay the entire year's membership fees, which isn't that much, but it's kind of pointless to pay the full year because they can't do it like partially. You have to do it for the full year. So I would have to pay the full fees for only being a member like 1 month of the year, and due to that month being December, not even beekeeping in that month very much. So I agree that it would make sense to not join right away, and they will do it in January. But I'm quite sure they will accept me because there is really no reason against it. And generally, clubs are more than happy to accept new members because those are basically the lifeblood of the group. I should also probably, I think I didn't do it before because there was something in the way. I should probably make this road go all the way around here. Can I go flatten this? Yeah, no, no. Fine, I'll do it this way then. We'll go all the way around here. So that road is done now. It looks way better if the road is complete. I should also probably close it around here. Ah! Why do you have sound now? It wasn't doing that before. My cell phone is weird sometimes. Sometimes it also doesn't accept the charge. Well, it does accept the charger, but it doesn't charge for some reason. I guess it's also about to die on me. But there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's a phone, and it's not a very dear phone to me either. It was like the cheapest one they had in the store, and I picked that up for a reason because I don't need a smartphone. I don't want a smartphone. I have internet at home, so I don't want mobile internet. It's also quite expensive, so I see no reason to pay internet twice. And I know I could use my own internet at home, even with a smartphone, but I still don't need it. I have a computer at home, so why would I use a small screen for doing something that I can way more comfortably do on a big screen? And I'm also not interested in mobile gaming that much because let's face it, it's not that great. Yes, I just said that. I know there are some games that are quite addictive and well made, but most of them are just cash grabs and cow clickers and all that sort of shit, and I don't want to play that. It's not the kind of game that I enjoy or the kind of game that I think should exist in the first place because those are just cash grabs, and I find the entire concept of premium economy quite sleazy in most cases, and it's not well executed. There are a few exceptions and a few very good exceptions, but most mobile games are just cash grabs with microtransactions and all that stuff, so I don't need that. I ended up buying a few games on sale because both Steam and GOG had games on sale and pretty fun games on sale, and in fact one of them also had a bit to do with my lack of recording, and that was Starpoint Gemini 2. Not sure if you know it, but I actually love space explorer games, and that is one of them. And yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun with it, which is why I ended up not recording too much. Well, not the sole reason. I really had a lot of stuff to do for the university. Like I had to meet with my groups for certain assignments. I had to do this laboratory day. I had to work. For example, last Wednesday was a holiday, which means my boss approached me and asked me to work on that day. It was not a bad idea. I mean, I'm still trying to save up stuff for all the beekeeping equipment I need. So, well, not stuff. I'm trying to save up money. So, having that extra day for work was kind of conducive to that goal. But yeah, it just took time, and I usually record in the afternoon because I sleep in the morning and I can't record at night due to my roomie being around and not well. Okay, what do I have boots of haste? Where do I have my boots of haste? There we go, boots of haste. I know those are worse than the boots I have, but I want to give people boots of haste because they're boots of haste. I want people to be quick. The third one and the fourth one. Boots of haste. Here, four. Okay, once this is done, I will probably cut the episode. And I will assign people to jobs. We have 10 farmers and 10 bakers. I think we had 12 bakers. 5 craftspeople. We need another hauler and trader, so especially you. You will become hauler and trader. I guess you will become as well. You have the lightning. I'm not sure you should have the lightning, but until I can be convinced that you need something else, I want you to become I should actually make you a miner. But I don't need that many miners, so I guess I'll have you be a farmer and make you a miner. So we give the better equipped guy the more dangerous job. I should actually make you a cook and bake instead. Oh well. You will be a cook and baker now. There we go. No unassigned people. And I already forgot what I wanted to do before cutting the episode. I think it was assigning people jobs. Re-equipping them. I did that too. Yeah, 'cause my memory is bad. We have a... Oh, I thought we had a banana here, but no, we have an orange headkerchief. No bananas here. No bananas to see. Move on. I don't seem to use those cactus fruits that much. I should have probably made a smaller plantation for that, a smaller field. But now I have it, so let's use it. Okay. Did I use all the? Did I make all the announcements I wanted to make? I think I did. So yeah, thank you again for 50 subscribers. I want to add new text. This is the watch. Can I make this? I'm not sure if you remember, but this bull has been on this stone pillar here since the beginning of time itself. He hasn't been able to leave it because there is nothing around here that he can traverse, and things can't just jump down and break their legs. They just can't jump down anything that's higher than 2 tiles. So this bull has been watching over the city through all of history, and I decided in one of the past episodes that it was time to dedicate him a sign for his ever vigilant duty to the town. So yeah, there we go. We now have the watch, but then if he stays on that, I wonder if I can destroy that. If he stays on that, he will be there forever. He will be a living memorial, like the Syrian Caesar statue, but alive and as a bull, so with horns. It's great. Anyway, we have reached the end of this episode, episode 196, if memory serves. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I always like reading them. Although I didn't reply to many of them in the last time because I don't know, they weren't just. I don't think everything needs a reply, and sometimes I can only reply yes, that's a good idea or something, and I will probably do that again. Anyway, I'll see you next time.